To really showcase the range of Bacofoil products, we've created 6 easy to follow recipes that are truly delicious and great for all the family. Enjoy. Hi, I'm Dean Edwards. I got a fantastic alternative to a traditional Sunday lunch, so I got a one-tray tandoori chicken bake. Easily achievable for a midweek meal as well, so it's absolutely fantastic. Dead simple, you bang it in the oven, you put your feet up and then enjoy. First and foremost, let's start with the chicken. Now I've got some really nice cuts of chicken here, so I'm using thighs and using drumsticks, but it's all about the marinade. So what I've got here, some spices. I've got some cinnamon, some turmeric, some paprika, chili powder, coriander and garam masala, which is a kind of a spice blend, so I have loads and loads of different spices in there. So that goes into my chicken. Then we've got a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger, which I've just peeled and grated, and that's gonna add loads and loads of punchy flavour. A few cloves of garlic, let's get that in. Then we've got some natural yogurt, which really helps take these flavours on, along with some lemon zest. That goes in. I want to get the juice in as well. So that goes into my bowl. Give it a good stir, just making sure those pieces are really nicely covered. And that's really going to take on the flavours of that marinade. So what I'm going to do is just grab myself some cling film, stick that in the fridge for a couple of hours to do its work. On to the next bit. So we've got some cumin spice Hasselback potatoes. Now these are really old school. I remember eating them when I was growing up, but we don't do them enough. They're really amazing. They take on the flavours. So I've got a real quick tip for you. Right? I've actually nabbed this from my daughter, so hopefully she won't be too cross when she finds out. But ideally what we're doing, we're cutting down through the potato, but not all the way through. We want them to hold. So using these chopsticks, I'm just going to use my knife and just cut down through. And that way, you can fan the potato out and it doesn't actually cut all the way through. So that's a great little tip for you. So I'm just going to do a few of these. So the potatoes are all done now. I'm just going to grab myself a bowl, pop them in. I'm going to add some more flavour to this. I've got a little bit of oil. I've also got a couple of cloves of garlic and some cumin. So that goes in. Then what you want to do is just get your hands in there and just make sure that everything's really nicely well coated. Try and rub the spices in as well. So my potatoes are all really nicely coated now. I'm going to grab the chicken. Now this has had a couple of hours just to marinate and that really will help the flavours to develop. So that's ready to go. Now what I love to do is line my tray with Bacofoil Non-Stick. Just saves on washing up, and it's actually the dull side is a non-stick side, so it works absolutely perfectly with this dish. Right, let's get that on there. Now I'm going to scatter on my potatoes and then go on with the chicken. So just using some tongs, just going to get this on, just plonk it on. Now this is such a simple recipe. Everything's done, it's all on one tray. I'm going to bang that in the oven, 190, gas mark 5, for around an hour. So my chicken's nearly done. I'm just going to throw together a real quick, nice and easy cucumber raita. So I've got some natural yogurt in here. I've also got some fresh mint. So I'm just going to take my knife and just run that through, just chopping it as fine as you can. Okay, so that's ready to go straight into the yogurt. Then we've got a cucumber. So I'm going to use half cucumber, but what I actually like to do is take the seeds out. This is really quite watery. And again, just using my knife, I'm going to cut into battens and then into a really nice kind of small dice. And this is going to be so refreshing and work really well with the spices. Cucumber into the bowl. I'm also going to add just a tiny pinch of sugar. Just combine that together, and that's going to be the perfect accompaniment for my chicken bake, which is ready to come out of the oven. It smells absolutely fantastic. And this is really why I love Bacofoil Non-Stick, because nothing sticks to the tray. Once it's done, you can chuck it in a bin and there's no need for the extra washing up. So the chicken's absolutely beautiful and golden now. So I'm going to plonk a few of these onto my tray. I'm going to go on with some of the potatoes as well, which have really taken on the flavours and gone really nice and golden. We've got some of our amazing, refreshing cucumber raita. And if you've got some, I do like a little bit of fresh herb, so some fresh coriander just over the top, just to garnish it all up. And I love a nice squeeze of lime just over the top when we're ready to serve. And there you are. There's my fantastic one-tray tandoori chicken bake.